Like, if you're a Katarina user, this is definitely one of her bread and butter moves. Like, this is the move you wanna exploit this move if you can. But keep in mind, I'm not really sure how punishable it is. It doesn't look very punishable, but this is still a very, very good move. So even if I find out it is, I'll probably still abuse the crap out of it. Another good move is her up back 4. It's kind of punishable, but it works. So kind of use caution when using it. Let's see here. Her up forward 4-4-4 strings. Keep in mind that if this doesn't land, then this turns into a fairly punishable string. Again, with that stop, but so I would honestly just like stop the string after the up forward 4-4. So far, I haven't really been terribly punished for it yet. Mostly just some jabs. Nothing major. You got her up forward 3+4. I don't know how punishable this is. I haven't actually been punished for it yet, but it's really, really useful. It's 30 damage. It's fast and quick, and it does crush lows, so it works. Let's see. For 4-4-2-4, this is also another screw attack. It's really, this works. I've only used it a couple times on accident, and both times it's worked out in my favor. So it really, really works. You got her forward 4-3. I love this move. I use it a lot because it is also a counter hit launcher. So it works. And then you got her forward 4. This is really good. It's a homing move and a screw attack. So that's kind of gives it two little purposes there. I don't whip this out a lot, but I do whip it out every now and again just to kind of close the distance, to try to get my opponent worried. So it's really, really good. You got her wall running forward, wall running 3. My fault. I have it down. I have it down as forward 3. So, but this is really, really useful. So basically, any forward, or wall running forward 3 moves, pretty much are all high crushes or low crushes. So keep in mind, pretty much abuse her forward 3 moves. I don't really know how else to put it. You also got her wall rising 1-1. It's really good. It's really nice. It's 21 damage. I'll explain why I actually use this a lot in a little while. And then her another good move is her full crouched down forward 4. It's really decent. It's not too, at least in my experience, it hasn't been super punishable yet. I've only used it a couple times, but it really works. It's got range. It's definitely got range to it. So that's definitely something to whip out if, like, you're a decent range away. So that's pretty much all of her pokes, her poking game, and her counter hit launchers. I'll show you guys a few combos with her in a little bit, involving pretty much all of her counter hits. Keep in mind, Katarina is a big turtler, and really good combos. She got really good pokes. So, exploit her pokes, use her pokes a lot. Just use them. I can't explain that enough. Katarina is a turtler, and she's got some really good combos. So keep that in mind. So now let's go ahead and just get into her stance real quick. So the only stance she's really got is her Harrier stance. She's got her Harrier 1, which is just a quick little poke. I do use this in strings, as you guys can see. I'll use that all the time. She got her 2, which is really good for forcing crouch on block, and it'll knock them down if it hits. Then you got her 3, which is her low attack. I would not use this often. Like, whip it out every now and again to kind of see how well your opponent knows Katarina, but I would not use this move. As flashy and awesome as it looks, it is extraordinarily punishable. So keep that in mind. And then you got her Harrier 4. I use this move a lot. This is pretty much like 99.9% of my combos end with this move. And you'll see that in a little bit. And so that's pretty much all her moves. She also has her up forward 3, which is just her forward 4-3, but coming out of Harrier stance. So it really just depends on how you want to use her. I've used it a few times just to kind of, it low crushes. And when they see you in the air, a lot of people tend to think you're going for the low. So it's really good for like tricking some of the more advanced opponents. Let's see. And she does have a rage drive in there, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and talk about her moves into her stances. Now, when I say that, I mean these are moves that you're gonna do, and then you'll push a button and she goes straight into her stance. This is something that if you want to be a really good Katarina player, you're gonna do this a lot, and I'm talking a lot. So her first main one is her 1-1 forward. Again, I don't use this particular string a lot. I have used it a couple times. So it definitely has juice. She got her 4-4-4 string. It's 4-4-4 forward string. This is something to maybe use in a combo such as that, or something if you're like new and you're not really big on everything yet. That definitely works. Let's see. Got her down forward 1-1 forward. Yeah, so down forward 1-1 forward. And that's how you get into the stance from there. Let's see. And then you got her back 1 forward, this is my 100% the one I mainly use. When I say I mainly use it, I'm talking like even without using a combo, I use this one all the time. It's quick and it leads into a quick follow-up. I point that out because after they see this, a lot of people try to attack, and this actually beats them most of the time. So it's really, really, really nice. So if I point anything out, this is definitely something to use more than any of the other stuff. So let's see. So she has her up forward 4-4-4-4 forward to get into her Harrier stance. So it's basically just her 4-4-4 stance, but with the added on air shit. So that's really, really good. And then her wall rising 1-1 forward goes into her Harrier stance. So that's really good. And that's pretty much it as far as getting her into Harrier stance. So that's like, what is it? It's like 6 moves for sure to get into Harrier stance. So it shouldn't be hard to figure out what move you want to use to get with it. And then, so let's go ahead and just get into our launchers real quick. Again, let's check this out. She got her All right, so she got her Magic 4, which is her counter, which is a good counter hit launcher. You kind of gotta commit to this one. This is like the main one that you kind of gotta commit to, just because it really knocks them back. So if you really want to if you want to use that into a string, just hit 4, just keep tapping 4, and it'll work itself out. Anything else is it's too slow. So keep that in mind. Keep careful with that one. And then she got her down forward 4 counter launch. I use this one actually. I actually use this one quite a bit because it's safe and it's a good poke regardless. Then she got so that's that one. So I would strongly recommend using her down forward 4 a lot. Just give me 1 second. All right, so yeah, and then so on to the next move. She also has her down 2, which not only launches on counter, but goes straight into her Harrier stance. So you can turn that into a combo. So let's see. Her back 4. This is again a really good move. My bad. No, it's just kind of sketchy. I mean, it's pretty easy to use though. My bad. I'll get into that in a little bit. Let's see. But the only problem with this is that it is an extension, so usually when you're doing it, you're going to end up trying to do this. So you kind of got to like commit to whether you want to actually like hit the double or if you want to just kind of wait. And you can't delay it. It doesn't delay either. So that's kind of why you have to commit to it if you end up wanting to do it. So let's see. One second. Back 4. Oh, another one. It's her forward 4-3. Again, I would definitely exploit this move, just because it's really, really good. And I'll show you guys in a little bit how to use that in a combo. One second. So some of our other launchers, not countered. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Is her 1-1-4. Be very careful using this one, just because it's punishable. I have used it a couple times. It's easier to use when somebody really doesn't know Katarina, because they see that move. If you've been that person that's held forward into Harrier the whole time, they might be the kind of person that tries to do something, but it is punishable, fairly punishable. So be careful using it. Another good one is her down back 4 launcher. I use this a lot. I use this one. Like, the only problem with it is it's fairly seeable. So I would really only recommend using it if you notice your opponent is either really aggressive or extremely defensive, like somebody who holds back the whole time. That might be something to use.